Greetings, Inquisitor. You found a holocron that details week 23 of Darth Loquitur's account. As I build it up, try to have fun in the game, and do well in Grand Arena. If you're an Inquisitor, you've been issued with a lightsaber. Before we get started, please treat that like button like it's a Jedi. Get that thing out of here. Crush it, stab it, whatever you've got to do. Let's get over in the account, see what progress we've made this week. So first of all, we worked on a relic for Jedi Knight Anakin, and I spent the whole week trying to farm these bayonets, and I got the worst RNG possible, and in the whole week, I still couldn't finish out just that bayonet. We only ended up with 21 pieces, so we'll have to continue to farm that going into next week. We get to promote Jango Fett to 7 stars. Of course, we're farming him and also the Houndstooth off of that node. So from now on, his shards will be feeding the shard shop as we try to finish that Houndstooth out to at least 6 stars. We do have a whole bunch of mods this week, so just picking them all to sell off takes a while. And we are still selling the gray mods that are on the left side, the circle, the diamond, and the square. Very first mod that I work on gets speed hits and another speed hit. We end up with a 19 speed offense square. So that's pretty good. We're going to lock that in. Now for this week on these offense mods, speed subs are important, but they're not the only thing that's important. So if we can find a mod that has enough good offense stats and no speed, we might develop that. But we really do like the speed subs, especially for characters like Vader or just about any character that you want to have offense. Having speed subs somewhere in there helps. So we're looking for speed subs, but you can see we're going to go ahead and work on this mod even though it doesn't have them. We don't get good hits on the first few, so we get rid of it. Here's another mod. We get an upgrade to 18 speed, 4 hits on that. So the second really good mod for this week. So we're going to lock that one in. And as we continue to work on these mods, we're again looking for speed subs. We're looking for mods that have, multiple hits in offensive stats. We're looking for critical chance, offense, percent. Flat offense is also okay on an offense mod. And then if we get percent stats for some defensive stat, it's not too bad, as long as there's only one or maybe a max of 2 of them on the same mod. So here you see we get crit chance, offense, speed. We get a 3rd hit on speed. This is a great mod. It's got 2 offensive stats and speed and 1 defensive stat. So that's a mod that we'll definitely want to slice at some point in the future. Going through the rest of these mods, there's a whole lot of mods that aren't very interesting. And since we didn't farm up a lot of slicing materials in this last week, we don't really have a lot of opportunities for some of these green mods or blue mods to hit them with a slice and see how they turn out, because we really have limited slicing materials. I think we have enough for 1 blue slice and maybe 1 purple slice this week, just from other events and stuff that I've been able to do. So in that regard, we're going to spend some time working on these mods. We're going to park a lot of them that we can't do any slicing on. And by doing that, when you park a mod, you just say, okay, that might be a sliceable mod. Then when you do have slicing materials, you can go in there and truly pick the best one. So here we take our blue to purple slice and we get crit chance. We take our purple to gold slice and we do hit speed. And we got a 17 speed mod. So we got 3 mods with double-digit stats, some potential good mods, and then a hit on that one for extra speed with the slices. But that runs us out of slicing materials and we're not able to do more. So then going into ships, we are able to put another star on Bosk, which is good, and having leveled up the ship a little bit. We got some of the ship Omega materials, so we were able to work on his skills a little bit. And then pretty much everybody else, we're looking at what we might do here with the reinforcement materials when we get those. And I really wanted to add something to the capital ship here, but I just keep looking at it, and the investment just doesn't seem worth it on the Executrix, at least until I get a few more gear tiers onto Tarkin. We have enough materials for Zeta. We're working on the Padme team. It makes a lot of sense to go ahead and give Anakin the Zeta on his ability. That gives him a bonus turn. When he takes his bonus turn, Padme will also get a bonus turn. So while he's on the Padme team, he can trigger her to take extra turns. And then we did manage to get the 5th star on Piet, and that feels pretty good, but we still have, half the way to go. Still have 185 shards yet to get him to 7 stars. So still a long road ahead before we finish that Piet. All right, so just to show you, we've developed the Geo Team. We've got this Relic Spy, and for a lot of these events now, these Geos are able to clear Tier 5. It does require some luck, so you might have to play it a couple times. So that, for example, in this one, if Palpatine gets to go and gets his area effect off and stuns a bunch of Geos, then you lose. So you got to get the ability block on him fairly quickly. But as long as you do, you can see just going around tossing ability blocks on all these guys. And we're managing to keep their damage reasonable so that they can't kill a bunch of our Geos. And we just kind of sort through here a bit at a time and pick them apart. And we'll keep working on Palpatine because we don't want him to get out of control. Now we got him. And then Thrawn is another one that we really want to have gone. This pilot looks like a good target for an execute, so we get rid of him. We got to get ability block back on this guy over here. No problem. We actually get him dead. That's good. We're at 90% on that little special ability that comes up. And now we're at 95. And now we're at 100% on the special ability. So we're just going to target this shore trooper and blink him out of existence real quick. That's nice. And even though the snowtrooper operative will die as soon as we finish, I just go ahead and take the opportunity to execute him because it's fun. Victory for the Geos, and that was Tier 5 of the event. You can see it selected over there. And then if we go to Tier 4, this week's event was a whole bunch of Jedi stuff. And it's nice, we've got the Jedi going well enough, and because we're investing in Anakin, that gives us a really powerful Jedi to put in this team along with the Bastila lead. So we've got these Jedi, and we're able to come in here and win. I'm giving the game away, but yeah, no, it should be pretty obvious, right? Like Tier 4 is not so bad in terms of damage. There's a big jump to Tier 5. So the Jedi are needed for the quest, and we'll be able to complete this and get a victory. And you could see from the scoreboard outside that I've already gotten all of the feats and the max points for Tier 4. So this is good. And the Jedi just keep hopping across there. Yoda keeps doing his thing, putting buffs all over everybody and being a monster. And we've got the little ability up, but we're just going to go ahead and kill off the last guy and go for victory. So that shows a little bit what we've got going on with the team in terms of PvE content. And there we've claimed box 5 for the Galactic challenges for the week. So that's good. In terms of the plan for next week, virtually the same as the plan for last week. Really not much changing. Still doing Quill, Piet, Bosk, Django on the hard nodes. Still 4 hard nodes. I really want to finish out one of these so I can, get it back down to 3 nodes. I don't like doing 4, but I really need progress on all 4 of the things that I'm farming. So we'll keep working on relics. If I do manage to get the relic stuff built on Anakin, then I will start working on those Chirotech shock prods. I'll need a bunch of them also for the finisher on the relic, so we'll have to do that. We'll be working on Anakin's ship and Grief out of fleets still. That's the same as we have been doing. And then finishing off the parts for Relic. In Cantina, I believe that I've farmed enough signal data to go all the way to Relic 7 now. So I'm going to park it there and go back to collecting Gideon shards so that, pretty soon I can start working on Gideon. We'll continue to use the mod energy, heavily focused on offense mods, 3 refreshes a day. and then we'll do 2 on energy and 2 on fleet at least. Out of the fleet store, we're going to continue to look for Maul and Grievous. I looked for him all last week. I think I got every fleet shop refresh to look at, and I found 1 instance of Grievous in the fleet shop. So that's gonna be a long haul. It's gonna be months before I work on Grievous if I do anything with him anyway. So anybody who ever wants that character, if you want him quickly, you really have to start looking for him very early in the game because he's really rare in that shop. So you can get him, but it definitely takes some time to do. Everything else is going to be going into the shard store, and I will continue to buy things to work on relics. And again, with that same pattern of buying the purple stuff for relic pieces and the 1 piece right below it that gives you Carbantes and stun cuffs and stun guns. So that's what we'll be working on for the account. Pretty simple, quick, straightforward review this week on this account. Thank you all for watching. Like the video, subscribe to the channel if you want to watch more like this in the future. See you in the next Holocron.